I don't know about you, but I love berries. If you love berries, B-E-R-R-I-E-S. If you love berries, let me know in the comment section below. Show those berries some love underneath there in the comments. Because I like them all. I like strawberries, I like blackberries, I like raspberries, I like blueberries, and if snozberries were real, I would like those too. Now, I'm not sure if cherries are considered a berry or not, but I think they should be. They have the E-R-R-Y. Yeah, let's add cherries in there too. I like cherries too. Now, here on our farmstead, we grow all kinds of stuff, but it hasn't been until the past 2 to 3 years that I've actually started growing berries here. And last year, some of our blackberry plants were just jamming. But blueberries are one of the berries that I really haven't planted here yet. Actually, let me take that back. I did plant a blueberry plant or two a number of years ago, but I ended up having to transplant them because the spot that I originally planted them in wasn't a good spot, and we had to do some reconfiguration. And then when I transplanted it, they died. So, really haven't had blueberries yet, and I just love blueberries, especially like blueberry cobbler. Oh man. Good. And I've been holding off in getting blueberries again because we don't have an area for them. Actually, we have plenty of space. I just haven't had a designated spot that I know that I can put them permanently without having to go through transplanting them again and possibly losing them. But recently, there was this one location that came to mind as a good place for us to put our blueberries or future blueberries in for a permanent spot. The only thing is, the area was really messy. Now, I've been to a lot of different farms, seen a lot of different operations, and most of them have a junk pile somewhere. Some have more than others, but most of them have at least one area where they just store stuff. And even in the house, some people will just sweep some things under the rug, as well as just stick them in a closet or somewhere out of sight and out of mind. And this area that I had in mind for the blueberries was an area like that. It was out the back side of the garden where I had just been sticking excess materials that we just, in a rush, stuck them there, and it got to be out of hand. So before I could plant some blueberries there, we had to clean it up. And I've been thinking that this area would make a good place for a number of reasons. It's an area that gets a lot of sun, but it's also not far from the tree line. And it's also along the fence in the garden to where there's enough space between the blueberries when they're there and the garden and where we're growing our vegetables. So I'm like, this spot, this is where we need to put some blueberries. And as we're working on cleaning it up, I have a number of years worth of low tunnel and high tunnel plastic that we have had on hand, as well as tarps and other gardening equipment. Do it at this time of year, hoping there's no snakes in there. Snakes in here. It's the first day. It's been as warm as it is. Trying to get ahead of it. Still always in my mind though. And we folded up, I don't know how many sheets of plastic. I don't know how much landscape fabric and tarps, but it was a bunch that we have gathered over the years. And as we were cleaning, it felt so good. It's like the spring cleaning vibe we had going on. We're able to separate the good from the bad. And all the good items we organized and set up in a whole new area where they would be out of the sun in an area that will be easy to keep things from growing up around it. And it does feel good to also look back and see the before and after transformation of the area. And then it was time for some blueberries. them upside down. So these blueberry plants here, I ordered from Stark Brothers. Stark Brothers is the place where I have gotten our fruit trees, strawberries, and a number of other things for the past several years. I've actually even visited their place out in Missouri with my family a number of years ago.
Welcome to Stark Brothers.
There we go. All right, so here we have Top Hat. We also have Misty and O'Neal. O'Neal is spelled just like the last name of my favorite basketball player growing up, Shaquille O'Neal. Yep, that's who I used to like. Do you have a favorite basketball player? Let me know in the comment section below. But this video is not about basketball, it's about blueberries. So back to what I was doing with the blueberries. So we have Shaq and Misty, O'Neal and Misty. We also have Sunshine Blue. So those are coming with me, as well as O'Neal and Misty. All right. Not long after this, got a little frustrated because before I could plant these blueberries in the area that we had just cleared out and cleaned up, I was met with a hard reality that I had to work through. Heavy clay. It's something I've had to work through and work with throughout my time farmsteading here. Some places we have transformed and added compost and a number of other things that have just loosened it up and made the soil richer. But some areas like this area are still hard to work with. But I kept working on it. Man, I hope this area is going to work out. Usually planting a plant or two is no sweat, but I was definitely going to be breaking a sweat with having to dig in this area for sure. Oh well, it's just part of the job. And it's generally recommended to have at least a hole be 18 to 24 inches wide, as well as about 18 inches deep with loose soil. So I got a little more digging to do before we get there. What we got here? Yeah, not even 12 inches. Maybe 10 on the high side. Oh boy. So back to digging. All right. Let's see. Did we get it this time? We're looking at about 20 inches wide. Not even close to being 18 inches deep. Check this out. That's hard down there. super hard. Yeah, it's been that hard. We're gonna have to do something different, so that way it has good drainage. That and this. And I don't know why, but one of our roosters decided to jump up on top of this post in the garden as I was planting the blueberries, and it was just like looking down on me. I don't know, maybe it likes blueberries or something, or whatever, or maybe what I was doing was just that interesting, but it was kind of weird. A little of this. And with the soil being like this in this area, planting these blueberries was a process. This, keep going back and forth. Making it in. Even some loose stuff. Bit of hard stuff. Alright. Up again. Up again. Alright, let's go with sunshine here. Get out of there. So you can go into your new home. Your new home. Just a little bit, just tease them. Alright, you need some more. A little bit of this again. Go. Some more of the native soil. Clay. That should get a little mixture here in some spots. Some spots is better than others. Alrighty. This is one of those spots that's not as good. Let's go here again. And then here again. And while I was planting like this, my cameraman was making fun of me a little bit.
Hey Dad, when I was recording you, it looked like you were a little kid playing in the dirt.
I guess we're all little kids at heart playing in the dirt. Since he was having so much fun, I'm like, let's set the camera down and help me digging some of these holes. So Micah got to join me in playing in the dirt. About fit in that hole. Dug that one deep. And he did a good job, and I definitely needed his help. But thankfully, none of the holes that we dug after that first one was as bad as the first one. Thankfully. And then it was pretty much repeat after that. Dig, dig, dig. Then add back the native soil, mixing in with some compost and some potting mix, as well as some soil acidifier. And then try to make it somewhat look pretty. And even though it took a little bit longer than I originally thought that it was going to take, we got all of the blueberries planted, including our O'Neill blueberries. And Mike also watered them in really well. But I still have 2 more blueberry plants left that aren't going out there with the others. These are the top hat blueberries, and they are one of the smallest blueberry plants in the world. The other blueberries that we planted outside, well, those should grow anywhere from 4 feet to 5 feet to even 6 or 7 feet tall. But these top hat blueberries here should only grow to be about 18 to 24 inches tall. But these ones right here are really young, but they should grow, branch out, and should have a bunch of little blueberries on there, like they show on the Stark Brothers website. Now, these aren't the smallest blueberries in the world, but they're one of them. The smallest blueberry in the world actually grows like a low cover, low bush. I actually don't know the name by heart. Have to look at my phone here. Is Vaccinium angustifolium is the name of the low bush blueberry that is even smaller than these. But these, with them only growing 18 to 24 inches, is still one of the smallest blueberry plants that there is. And with these blueberries being smaller in size, it gives them more diversity of where they can be grown. So say you don't have a lot of space to plant full-size blueberries like I planted the other ones earlier. These can be grown in small containers on a patio or deck or something like that. All you need is a container that's at least 12 inches wide as well as 12 inches tall. And since blueberries are a little needier than a lot of other plants, you can't just plant them directly in potting mix. No, they need more than that. It's actually recommended to use pine bark, which is more acidic. And instead of buying some, I decided to harvest some here on the property. And this is growing up a lot. Looking good. Looking good. This right here is where we were splitting wood not too long ago. It's crazy. The wood's here. Some of the bark and things are here. What we need. Like that. Not all of this is pine. Oh, but here's some good ones right here. Definitely comes off easier when things are rotten. Here you go, Mike. Make sure there's no snakies under there. We could run to the store and get this, but why do that when we can just harvest some right here on the property? We can also use some pine needles too. Let's see here. Pine needles, please. These right there. And then once we harvested those pieces, I had to break it down. Mix it up a little bit before we hammer our weight again. Alright, so we have some of that we harvested right here. Pine needle, pine bark mix, as well as some compost native soil mix here. Some potting mix that we will use. And we also have some sand here from the beach. Actually, I don't know if it's from the beach or not. Maybe, I'm not sure. But Micah got it from a sand pile that we have here on the property where my in-laws run their masonry construction business. Alright, so let's start with some potting mix. Throw in some of these. A little sand. Some of this. A little bit more of that. Some more of that. Since this needs to be the majority of what goes in there. Just a little bit more of that. And that. Also get some more of our soil acidifier to help out, because blueberries love acidity. They don't like alkaline soil at all. Just mix that in. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Time to go to your new home. Alright. Come on, get in there. There you go. Yep. Having a pot that's 12 inches allows the roots to be able to go a little bit more. We may bump it up to an even bigger pot as it gets to be a little bit bigger. What you doing?
Daddy, do it, Daddy.
Yeah, planting. I'm planting blueberries. What are you doing? What are you doing, Hezman?
Way back.
They're playing.
Papa, help me, Papa. How to do it? Papa, count, Papa.
Yeah.
Papa, count.
Wait, you count first.
Papa, count, Papa.
What's that? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Mike, if you could water those for me. We got them all planted now. Both our small top hat ones and our ones out in the main garden area. And now we just have to tend to them and wait another year or so before they start bearing their first berries. And then full production in another 3 to 4 years. Can't wait. But we gotta put the work in to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labors. This is just the start of it.